I was diagnosed 34 years ago. I woke up with the alarm and saw 2 of everything. So then I thought, oh, you're just tired, and I went back to sleep till my husband's alarm. And then when his alarm went off, I woke up, opened my eyes, and I saw 2 of everything again. The kids were 3 and almost 9 months when I was diagnosed. And back then, I was still carrying them around and running after them and doing everything.
My mom always talked about kind of her metaphor for us was, you know, everyone starts their day with a jar of marbles, and those jars of marble is how much energy they have. And every time they do an activity or anything, you know, whether it's cooking dinner or, you know, doing laundry, things like that, it takes a marble out of the jar. And she would basically just say her jar, because of her MS, was not as full or not as big as everyone else's.
I think it's the example that AnnDee sets for loved ones, kids, grandkids, those type of things in terms of her fight and her spark. And so that's a positive thing. It sets a good example.
I've been a Little Bit for over 12 years. First of all, Little Bit is the safest of environments that any rider could ever ride in. When I get up in the morning on days I ride, I am moving at a much faster pace than normal.
She came from a horse background, so for her, those were things she was used to doing with the horse. And when she started with me, I took all of those things away, which can be fearful and difficult for a client. And giving that trust to me that I had her and I would support her and that this would help her reach her goals.
My disease probably would have progressed a lot more rapidly. I think Little Bit has kept me in a holding pattern per se.
Her ability to how much core strengthening and how much challenge we're giving her, I can use that horse to help relax her body on days that she's tighter and not feeling as well. And then I can use that horse in more other ways to challenge her body when she's feeling good and help her build that strength.
My husband called me as I got out of the car and he said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm in my environment and I'm so happy."
Having a team of instructors that can work side by side with our other professionals like Kelsey with physical therapists so that we can take their advice and feed that into her riding experience is really valuable so that we can understand what her needs are and apply that to her riding skills.
This, riding at Little Bit was kind of her way of continuing to push her body and continue to fight against MS.
She's always been so excited about Little Bit. To see her in her doing it and in the enjoyment she gets and the benefit she gets, was enriching, uplifting, is the best way I could describe it.
I really hope that AnnDee just keeps on riding forever. It's something that I think has brought her so much joy in her entire life. It's something that she has managed to keep going.
For the first time, it's like the only thing that I have experienced that loosens my body the way it needs to be loosened.
Whatever it is and whatever we are able to do with AnnDee's body on the day, she will always keep pushing towards it.
Finding Little Bit has been the biggest positive I can take away from all of this.
AnnDee has benefited immensely from it, both psychologically and physically.
My proudest moment while treating AnnDee has been her ability to adjust to my style of treatment using no reins, no stirrups. My hopes for AnnDee's progress in future is that we continue to be able to have her mounted on the horse using that tool to help her continue to strengthen and maintain her mobility. This includes her ability to walk around her house, her ability to get out and onto her scooter, into the car, and out in the community. All those really important functional needs for her. The therapy's goal is to continue to maintain that as long as possible with this progressive disease.
But I think she's dealt with it extremely well, with great, like I said, resolve, inner strength, and in my mind, a positive stubbornness to do everything she can to be the best she can every day.
I always feel like coming to Little Bit is like receiving a big hug. I just feel like this is where I was meant to be.
The disease and being around my mom, who's been affected by it, has impacted my, just my outlook on life and how, how precious it is and how finite it is.
I wish and hope that this is where I stop, that there is no more downhill.
I hope you were as inspired as I was by AnnDee's story. There are hundreds of other individuals with stories very similar to AnnDee's here at Little Bit. I know they inspire the staff and I every day. But we couldn't make it happen without your generous support. It takes your support and that of the community to make our rides and our patient treatments as affordable as possible. So won't you join me in giving generously today?